Hi, this is DOSBox Mom, and welcome back to Let's Play Tunnels and Trolls. We're just north of Castle Overkill. In our previous episode, we explored 3 tombs belonging to a dead hero. And I just got done double-checking where we are on the items we'll need to gain access to Kazan's tomb, which is the last place we'll need to go in the game. We've already got the Crystal Skull, the Heart of Fire, and Kazan's Staff. We still need the Demon's Eye, the Horn of Ulhong, and the Bag of Winds. And it looks like there are multiple places where one can get most of those things. Oh, hopefully we'll find them eventually. But for right now, let's see where we are. This map, because there is one thing north of the escarpment that we might want to do. Think if we go about one space north and then due east. Your hackles rise, for drifting before you are 3 ghostly figures. They beckon you to the east. Yeah, basically, if you can give the ghost a decent burial, they'll reward you. And Magnus has an ill stone. Oh. Okay, the ghosts are still beckoning us. A ghost appears and beckons you around a ledge. The ledge broadens out into a flat patch of ground at the bottom of a gully. The skeletal remains of 3 bodies lie strewn about. There is also a small, shallow pit. Do you investigate the pit or leave? Let's investigate. There appears to be a dirty piggy bank at the bottom of the pit. Do you touch it? I suppose. As it happens, an invisible fiend is rather fond of this particular piggy bank and makes his presence felt if not seen. Okay, now I think... Okay, I think Arwen has learned a spell that will allow us to see where the invisible fiend is. And I am looking for that right now. Aha! Remember, oh, there it is? Not terribly useful for finding secret doors. We've got the clue book map, but it can also be used in combat. Okay, I don't think Sinead knows this. Okay. It's a level 3 spell. No, she doesn't know it. Let's have her block. And we'll have her try. Oh, there it is. Well, at least we know where the invisible fiend was just a minute ago. And we took it out. The pit is empty. As you attempt to leave, the ghosts appear again, this time in great agitation. They begin to wail, and you get the distinct impression that they desire to rest in peace, and they probably won't give you any. There's a shovel here. Do you wish to bury the bodies? Sure. You cannot dig the graves very deep, but you cover them with heavy rocks. When you are finally done, only one of the ghosts lingers. It drifts over to a spot where a small rockfall has occurred. Curious, you investigate, and discover that a pack filled with coins has been partly buried under the fall. The ghost drifts away, becoming fainter and fainter until nothing of it remains. Each member gets 30 gold. And we did a good deed. No, it's not a whole lot of gold, but I'm sure the ghosts are happy now. Now, if we go due west and go west of the Great Road, we should find some dinosaurs. We may not be able to use the horse for long, but nope. Okay. We're going to climb back up again, and we should run into Dinosaur Valley shortly after we enter the sump, I think. And if not, it's either 1 square south or 1 square north. No, I don't want to take the miraculous sky carriage down to the lower plateau. So I'm definitely... No. Okay, let's go 1 square north. And we'll look for Dinosaur Valley. As you top a mountain ridge, you find yourself staring down into a remote valley filled with jungle. Congratulations! You found the secret hidden long-lost valley of forgotten Shangri-La dinosaurs. And notice we're really not all that far away from Castle Overkill. Warmth greets you as you descend into the valley. You are soon surrounded by jungle. Occasionally you glimpse a stegosaur or triceratops browsing among the lush foliage. Suddenly, standing before you are a number of lizard-like fiends dressed in dino hide. They do not seem to be carrying weapons. One who has fancier dino hides than the others steps forward. He begins to speak. Unfortunately, you can't understand a word he's saying. The chief finishes his speech and pauses. Do you try and communicate by hand signals or attack the lizard people? You seem to be making some progress toward understanding each other when there's a sudden roar from behind you. The lizard people scatter, but it's too late for you. There's a huge dinosaur upon you. Well, apparently one of the languages that we could have learned if we, say in that language lady's shop in Kost, would have let us communicate a little more directly with these dino people. Okay, let's see if we can... I think it's a T-Rex. No? Plesiosaur. Okay. I thought the plesiosaur was a seagoing dinosaur, but whatever. Oh, you're kidding. That's not good. That is not good at all. Okay, well... let's recover from our last save. And we now know that we need to be 1 square north. Okay, now it's... let's see if we can do better when it's in daytime. Okay. At least we can see the dinosaur kill us this time. Oh, you're kidding. Okay, maybe we don't want to do Dinosaur Valley. Okay, well, forget that. And basically we've done everything on the mainland here, so let's see what's in the regions to the north. There's not a whole lot. There might be some refugees in the Dragon's Throat region. Yeah, basically we're going to have to head north. And let's get on our horse. Okay, we're now in the Great Forest region. And there's highwaymen on the Great Road. And there should be some stick constructions, Joranir's sword, and some loonies. Or if we go west, we might be able to find some refugees. So let's save before anything happens. And let's try heading west to see if we can find any of those refugees. Okay, a voice echoes from the rocks. Are you traveling from the Downlands? I guess. And tell me, how fares the battle at Overkill? Who won? Marion Arceus, Shang, or Rex Swordmaster? Ah, victory for the good folk! The Hobb leads you down a secret path. You come upon a few dozen worn and weary Hobbs, men, women, and a few children. The dozen warriors look like hardened veterans, and they hover around the others protectively. I'm Thistledown Greyhill, says the Hobb who first spoke with you. We were driven from our homes outside Telemark by a Kazani death host led by trolls. The carnage was terrible. You spend some time talking with the Hobbs, and they offer to share what little food they have. Do you tell them you have a plan of action? Yeah, maybe, kind of, long term at least. A young woman steps up. Our village is going into hiding. Our eldest says that unless the great wizard Kazan returns to enforce his treaty with the Death Empress of Kazan, our people will die in droves. I hope somewhere there are brave crusaders who will combat the darkness and restore the balance of the world. I guess that would be us. Okay. Let's save that. So that was kind of interesting. Okay, just... yeah, we're doing pretty good on food. Okay. Well, I think we can head west again. Did I get on the horse? No, I haven't. Oh, silly me. Okay, we're now in the Great Forest again. And as far as I can tell, there is nothing in particular west of the Great Road in the Great Forest region. They do recommend staying off the Great Road if you want to avoid running into the highwaymen. Now let's see. Let's... Okay. If I go north about 4 squares and then head east, I might find something interesting. I'm looking at my penciled notes from, 20 years ago when I was playing this on floppy disk. Okay, now we want to go east. Your eyes and nose are suddenly assailed by thick smoke. Coughing, you peer through the trees and make out a small but sturdy cabin burning like the fires of heck. All at once, terrified screams erupt from the blazing cabin. Some of them sound like children. Do you investigate the cabin? Sure. As you approach the cabin, the screams escalate, then abruptly stop. A woman's voice, terrified and desperate, calls out to you. "Hello?" she cries. "Is someone there? Please help us. Some lunatics have nailed our door shut and sent us to roast like holiday turkeys. My husband's overcome with smoke. My babies. Oh, please, stranger, please. Break down the door, please." Do you break down the door? Sure. With a fearsome crack, the door gives way. A pretty dark-haired woman and 3 comely children stagger out, coughing and crying. Wide-eyed and fearful, the woman grips your shoulders. "My husband Gregor's still inside," she cries. "He's passed out from the smoke. Please save him, stranger. My children and I will be lost without him." Do you attempt to save Gregor? Okay. Battling flames and smoke, you get into the cabin and drag the unconscious Gregor to safety. Once outside, he recovers quickly. He embraces his wife and children, then turns to face you. You notice that the whole family has emerald green eyes and lots of white, healthy teeth. Oh dear. Who are these people? You have my most sincere thanks, my friends. He looks at his wife and she nods her approval. Please allow me to reward you, he says. We're poor people, but we do have a little something hidden away. Come with us and we'll show you. Do you go with them? Oh boy. I bet these are the loonies. Well, if this doesn't work, we'll recover from our last save. The family leads you a little way from the cabin into the woods. You reach an enormous and gnarled oak tree. You see there's a hollow in the trunk with something gleaming inside. Gregor reaches into the hole, glances sidelong at his wife. Gregor comes out with a glittering double handful of golden jewelry, dumps it unceremoniously into your hands. You see he's giving you 70 gold as well as some jewelry, combs, and other personal effects. Again, I thank you, he says. Go in peace, my friend. You're suddenly very uneasy with these people. You leave quickly, try not to wonder where your reward may have come from. Okay. Are these guys in league with the highwaymen? Oh dear. Okay, I think if we go maybe a few squares east and then like maybe 1 square south, we might find something else that's pretty cool. Okay, I'm not entirely sure whether I want to say that yet or not, but you emerge from a dense thicket into a small clearing. In the center of the clearing stands a stately old oak tree, surrounded by a fairy ring of white flowers. Embedded in the tree is a sword, and a gold medallion on a silver chain dangles from the hilt. Do you leave or take a closer look? Let's take a closer look. Your skin tingles momentarily as you cross the line of white flowers. You sense that there is strong enchantment here. Alert for danger. You examine the sword and medallion. The sword is of high elven workmanship. workmanship. The medallion bears the face of an exquisitely beautiful elf woman. Both items are of great value, perhaps priceless. Do you take the medallion and leave? Take both the sword and medallion, or leave the fairy ring. Let's try taking both. You place the medallion around your neck. When you grasp the hilt of the sword, you feel a surge of power. You hear 3 voices cry loudly in unison. Stop! They seem to be all around you. Pull, friend, whispers a voice from the sword. Pull, you're lost. Do you let go of the sword and run, let go of the sword and stand your ground, or pull the sword from the tree? The sword, a masterpiece of steel and mithril, slides easily out of the tree trunk and rests light as a feather in your hand. Okay. So, who are we going to give this really nice sword to? Maybe... yeah. We'll have Yoda drop one of his oil skins. We'll have him take Joranir's sword. And we'll have him... unequip the oil lantern and equip the sword. Or maybe HY, RY, and RV, HV. There we go. Put the sword in his right hand. The 3 knights stop, appalled at the sight. Strike the fiends! A medallion cries. Strike for Arya and Joranir. You drop the sword and run, or fight. With a savage war cry, the 3 attack you at once. Okay. Well, at least we get all four of the party members to fight in this. Okay. Ooh, nice. Very nice. Let's see. She can light things up. Okay. Okay, we took out all 3 knights. The Elf Knight, the Red Knight, and the Black Knight. You turn, and to your surprise, the sword and medallion are gone. In their places stand 2 bright elf spirits, a man and a woman. Prince Joranir speaks. Heroes, you've slain our evil guardians, freeing us from our long curse. Beneath the branches of this great oak, you will find a reward worthy of your deed. Farewell! An object wrapped in silk appears beneath the tree. It is Prince Joranir's own sword, the blade that had once been embedded in the tree. A worthy gift indeed. So, okay. So now we get to keep Joranir's sword, I guess. Okay. Very good. And let's really quick look up the stats on that. Well, I'm sure it's a really good one. And we will continue exploring north of the Great Escarpment in the next episode. See you then.